short video module on how to use business journal writing to improve your business or your business career. This is something that I've used in my own career and in starting and growing businesses myself, and I found it really helpful. So I thought in this short video I could share some of my best practices and what I've learned about business journaling, why it's so helpful, and how you can start out on the right foot and start writing in your business journal the right way to give you the most benefit for that investment of your time possible. Because what happens is that if you've never written in a business journal before or never heard of writing in a business journal, you can start doing so, and then it might take you a few months to figure out the best type of stuff to write in there, and a few years to develop all the ideas that go into using that time of writing in your business journal for the most benefit possible. So then I try to help you shortcut to that right here. So first off, one of the benefits of writing a business journal, you should keep in mind, is it really helps you refine ideas. You probably experienced this before, that if you think about an idea, for example, where to go to college, or where to go to college might be a good example. The more that you think about that, the more refined your ideas get. You might first think, I want to go somewhere fun. You say, I want to go somewhere fun that's well known, or fun that's well known but they have really practical programs that actually apply to real world jobs. And then you might say, I also want to go to all those places, but then where my friend's going, because he helps me study a lot and I can get better grades if I go with him somewhere. So what you do naturally is evolve ideas over time. So what started with an idea in the infant stage can grow to a very mature, well-developed, well-rounded idea that takes many sides and perspectives into consideration. And obviously you don't want to sit on ideas for years and be very careful about planning them to the point that you don't take action. Quite the opposite. I often encourage people to take a lot of action after thinking about it just a little bit, and then see what responses they get in the real world to adjust their actions. But the great thing about business journal is that if you have some big project, some big idea, some lofty dream, you can refine and evolve that idea over and over and over again until it becomes more and more practical, more reachable, more well-defined. And the more well-defined your goal is, the easier it'll be to consciously reach that, but also kind of subconsciously you'll pay attention to things, notice things, and take advantage of opportunities to get you closer to that well-defined goal. But as the saying goes, if you don't know where you're going, it's kind of hard to get there. And so by knowing exactly where you're going and having this very well-refined idea, you'll be that much better off. Another tip is to write in your journal daily. Every day you'll have new business ideas, new experiences, new challenges, new lessons learned, new best practices picked up from competitors, new costly mistakes you'll be frustrated about and you'll want to write about in your journal. And by writing every day, it lets you do a brain dump, spill everything out you're thinking about. You don't have to ramble on to your employees or to your peers at work, or to your girlfriend at home or your wife. And basically what you can do is just get everything out of your head and get it down on paper, and then you can see months later, you can always look back and see what mistakes you made, what best practices you found, and see what you've learned along the way. And that leads to the next benefit. Oftentimes in business we can face challenges every day, and we're always solving problems, getting things done, learning so much that it's kind of like looking in the mirror every day. You don't see yourself really getting older, but if you look at a picture from 3 years ago, you do look older. And it's the same with evolving your business ideas. You might not realize that through your daily business work and your journaling and everything else and your training, that you are developing very rapidly. And if you look back at your journal just 6 months before, 2 years before, you can typically see that you are operating on a lower level of thinking, that you were not thinking or working as efficiently, that you're working on such elementary ideas, and now you're a few levels beyond that and you're doing much more advanced type work and thinking. And this is what another great thing a business journal is for, because it's kind of a record of your development over time within business. And that can be really valuable, because at times you can feel discouraged and feel like, I haven't made much progress, or I'm getting paid close to the same, or my business has only grown by 5%. But really you might be building a foundation for great success later, and the business journal can be a record of that. Another great thing that a business journal does is capture ideas. Once in a while I'll journal about an idea and then forget about it. And by journaling about it in the first place, I'm less likely to forget about it. But also then later on, like right now, my business journals are in Microsoft Word format. They're over 800 pages long, typed up in Word in different files. And I start a new file when I get to 200 pages. But what I can do is open up those Word documents and push Control F and search for certain keywords, and I can see my ideas over time on that certain keyword or that certain topic, and that can really help kind of dig up ideas you had forgotten about, or if you knew you had an idea related to that keyword at some point, you can search for it, find it, and then read about that idea you had and pick stuff up from there. So that can really help. Another idea is that you can use your business journal to set your daily goals or your long-term goals. So one good thing to do is set your 101 lifetime goals and write that as a journal entry one day. And by setting those lifetime goals, it'll kind of redirect some of your midterm and short-term goals to make sure you're reaching where you ultimately want to get in your lifetime. Second, you can also do another time, 3, 5, and 7-year goals, kind of medium to long-term planning, so that you are making the right decisions again in the short to medium term. And then you can also do daily and weekly goals just to kind of motivate yourself and practice some good positive self-talk about, today I'm going to get this done, and today the huge priority is this. If I can get this one project done, it'll be a really successful day. And by journaling about that, you're kind of encouraging yourself, focusing yourself, and reaffirming what your main priorities are. And it can be really powerful to do. And the last tip here is to basically use your journal as a self-affirmation tool. So you can write things in there such as, I am creative, I am hardworking, I am dedicated, my main priority is this, I'm focused on this and this. And you can say all the things that either you should be, or you wish you were, or that you partially are but wish you were doing a better job of. By repeating that, you're reminding yourself what's important, you're focusing your thinking, and by writing it over and over and over again, it'll naturally become part of how you think and how you make decisions. So I hope you enjoyed this short video on business journaling and how to use a business journal to improve your chances of business success. These are all things that I use every single day while growing my businesses and while growing my business career, and I hope you enjoy them and benefit from them as well. Thank you for joining us. This is businesstraining.com, where we offer master's level qualifications to help you make more money.